DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, no that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the truth.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Eagles.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gonzalez. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Raiders at 5-7 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Off the play fake, Gonzalez. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Gonzalez. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but then still a few yards shy of the first down. They're going to try and throw. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go up the middle with Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. On the move to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 16.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez. He gets this to Devontae Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
And they got the safe completion on 3rd. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Raiders' 23-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Watson off play action. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Gonzalez off the play fake. He's got a man complete. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 61 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 27, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz from 21 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Gonzalez. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gonzalez. And that is incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
18 rally.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Airing one out for Boyd. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. York now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
To throw is Gonzalez. Off play action. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun. Gonzalez. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point. it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Browns 28, Raiders 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Here we go, here we go. 79 Broncos. 19 tight, 19 tight.
To throw is Gonzalez. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Hawk 70, Hawk 19 right. 18, 5 in.
Looking to throw. Gonzalez flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out of the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second and 6. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Watson to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Las Vegas, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8 and 5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I own it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go, If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and I got it, and I own it on my own. Keep my way up, you know I go,
Choose the team you want to start your franchise. Continue ahead to begin your franchise.
He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it.
Yeah.
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lick.
really became a boss many years back when